Hey everybody, what's up? What's going on? Today I have a story, and what kind of brought this on is right now it is finals week. Excuse me. And if you're not a college student or it's been a while or whatever the case may be, or maybe it's just my particular experience. Whenever like the previous years in finals times of the end of both semesters, more so the end of the first semester than the second, but which is this time around, there's like this feeling, especially like this current part of finals week that we're in, where it's basically over. If you're still here, you have just like one exam to get out of the way, and chances are, like, you've already done all your studying, you've already done all the prep work, you've already done all the all-nighters, you're just waiting like to take the test, and people are just basically sitting around in like their apartments, in their dorms. The feeling is more heavy the closer you are to campus, and I remember I lived on campus for 2 years, and I'm just thinking about that, that experience of just all of the roommates together, just like this collective sigh of like like it's almost over, like we've just been getting our asses kicked this entire time, and we just got a little bit left, and then boom, we can do it, we can do it. And it's just this time where like you kind of all sit there, share stories, maybe someone drink a beer, smoke some weed, just everyone's kind of chilling out, just relaxing, and either waiting to leave, waiting to take their last test, or just there's just this specific dead time where there's not a whole lot to do, alternatively to just sitting and chilling with your roommates. And it's also this time like where there's really nothing better to do as well. Like there's not a whole bunch to do, and right now this seems like the best thing in the world that we could be doing. And so it's like during those times you tell like a bunch of stories, and so that kind of just got me into that mode. But so one story I wanted to talk about was like something that happened really, really, really quickly into our my freshman year, really quickly into living in the dorms. And yeah, there's no kind of preface I could give to it to make it any better. So I'm just going to kind of let's get right into it. So it was really early on in the semester, and it's that period of time where you like your random roommates. Freshman year, there's four of us. We didn't know each other really at this point yet. We were all kind of doing our own thing, just hanging out, seeing each other when we're all in the room, stuff like that, hanging out in our rooms with the doors open mostly. And so we're all kind of like not sharing like everything with each other yet. We're not just like open line of consciousness talking yet. And so I had nutted. I was in my room and I didn't have anything. Like I couldn't just go into the the bathroom, like find something, or just like there's other people around, and the only real place of privacy you have is like your bedroom. And even then, like thin walls at college dorms, like it's just not like that's just the most privacy you do have. And so I like had nutted in my room, and the only thing that I could find near me was like one of those big Gatorade bottles, like the 32-ounce bottles, not the pint bottles, not the other side, but like those big 32, like the biggest ones that they make. And that was the only thing nearby. And so like I nutted, I was able to just put like just the inside, like just the tip of my dick into this thing and get all of the nut in there. So the important thing about mentioning the specifics of the tip in the bottle is because just speaking scientifically, when like something sprays, like think of like a shotgun. The more distance you have in between your target and you with the shotgun, the more like the spread of the buckshot is going to be. And so if it starts at the very beginning, you cover the most amount of bottle that you can with the nut. And it being right at the tip, right where you put your lips, that's also going to be important. And so this Gatorade bottle, I then stuff with like random paper trash, put the lid on, and the only trash can I had was the community kitchen trash can that we all shared. And so I put that along with some other trash into the trash can. and then boom, went about my day. Later that night or that day or later in the day, or we're all watching TV later at night. It's getting close to bedtime, and our roommate like is like digging through the trash, and everybody else is just like, what do you dig? Like, what are you looking in the trash for? And he's just like, oh, just looking for a bottle, for dip spit, for dip. And he's like, oh, okay. So everybody else is like, oh, okay. So he continues to dig through, and I'm starting to shit my pants. Meanwhile, as he's digging through, and he finds the bottle. I recognize the bottle. He pulls out the bottle. He takes all the trash out of the bottle, like cleans out the bottle. Like he's like, oh. Also, I do have to remind. This is a really dumb person. I have a lot more stories that I'll tell later. So he picks up this bottle and then he cleans it out, and then he ends up making like a jeeb, like a bong, like a flow out of this, and he gets high out of it. And I see it later, and we, obviously we smelled it, but like we see it later, and I was like, oh my god, I nutted into that. So that's my story with that. Thank you guys for watching. I do appreciate it. Give me a like if you guys made it this far and you enjoyed.